Collective. Although you wasn't trying to do this, you strip somebody of their power, respect, and authority. Now, those are the key things that you stripped them of: power, respect, and authority. And you didn't do it again on purpose, but this is just what happened, right? And there were some little subcategories that I got. So it's power, respect, and authority, but it's also their pride, their honor, their dignity, their image, that little fake image they were going around betraying, and worst of all, their credibility. You single-handedly, like, this person was looked up to like they are the truth. They say everything right and there's no reason to question them. But for the first time in this person's human history, we got to go verify that. Now, when this person speaks, it is no longer gold. This person, when they speak, people now have to verify if it's true first before they take their word for it. Listen, their word is not good anymore. You know how people used to say, your word is your bond? Not for this person, not no more. Okay. So it can be in any situation. It can be in a romantic situation, a work situation, a community situation. For a lot of you guys, I've been talking to you about how these systems and these corporations and all of this corruption, all this stuff that be happening, they're coming down. And I was told today, and I can share with you, the reason why these systems are coming down is because we're outgrowing them through consciousnness. A lot of the ways these systems were created, or when people were coming up with ways to keep you oppressed, they were doing it in a time where that's what the norm was. They were able to measure the humans by their level of consciousness. Well, we outconscioused the people who created the system. In other words, now we've come to a day and age where we're more spiritually high ranked than the people who created the matrix. See, they never thought that they would come. And you got to take this how it applies. And I hope I'm making sense. You're stripping high profile people and corporations, all of that. You're stripping it of its dignity, honor, and credibility because your conscious, the level of your consciousness has surpassed that of the creator of those systems. Now we're living in a world where we're smarter than the people who want to use propaganda on the news and the media, all that kind of stuff. We're smarter than, or we have a better consciousness. So I was saying smart, intelligent, and then just consciousness. A lot of us are just operating out of pure consciousness now, right? So we just know and we see and we get to operate on different frequencies that those people don't get to operate on because they're corrupt. When you're corrupt, there are certain frequencies you can't have access to. All right. So anyway, you're stripping people of their dignity, their honor, their respect, credibility, the fake images. And you're looking good while you're doing it too. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's jump. Whoa, I was saying let's jump. This card jumps out. I don't know what it says, but let's see. Ooh, awaiting results. So it's like Seven of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. It's like something is coming and you're about to see the fruition of it. You've been waiting for something. I don't know what you did per se, because like I said, a lot of y'all didn't even know what you was doing. You just operating authentically. You just doing what you was called to do. You're operating in your purpose, and somewhere that has some alarms going off. So now you've been like awaiting results, or you're trying to see, well, what happens next? What do I get? A lot of you guys, you've been right about things. And there are a lot of things I've been told to tell you behind the scenes. It's a lot happening. It's in your world, you're like, okay, what's happening? I'm awaiting my results. What's going on? In the background. So for those of you who are waiting on God, you waiting on God to come back and give you the answer. It's kind of almost like court is still in session, right? Did we ever figure out what's going on with Diddy? We still waiting, right? Okay. So we know what happened. We had the case and da-da-da. Now we just awaiting to see what's going to happen next. So for some of y'all, you've done your part. You've done what God told you to do. And now you just gonna sit back and wait to get your check or whatever reward God got coming in for you. Okay. Check is, metaphorically speaking, whatever good things God got coming in for you. Okay. Also, for some of you guys, you don't know it, but God put you in a specific place to just operate as your authentic self. And that exposed a bunch of corruption. Okay. Don't ask me how. Everybody's situation is a little bit different. But for some of y'all, God specifically put you in different places. And you like, I don't like this place. I don't like that. And God like, yeah, I don't like it either. That's why I put that light in that place so we can change it and make it better. That's you. All right. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. Let's talk about this person now, or these people. Could be a romantic situation. Okay. This person had their chest poked out. telling everybody all these lies about you. And then all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden, pow, you get the microphone. 6 of Wands, victory, recognition, triumph. So some of y'all are waiting the results, and this is what's going to happen. Or for some of y'all, this is what's happening now. You're energetically experiencing the frequency of like freedom, right? Because for a lot of you guys, you weren't subjected to a lot of these things. I was getting that some of us were born with receptors, so we don't have to deal with the actual like oppression. We may deal with it in fragments, but we're always able to bounce back and come back some way, somehow, right? Some of us were born with that gift. And for a lot of you guys, you were born with that gift. So looking from the outside at you, it's like, why are you always wiggling your way out of something? Why does it always work out for you in the end? Okay. And actually, to be honest, I'm getting somebody was awaiting the results of what you had going on. They expected it to be a failure. They expected for you to be a spectacle. But by the time the results came in, God said, triumph, success, victory. So this is the energy that a lot of you guys are sitting in right now. Or this is the energy that you're about to be sitting in. Also, remember, you see, she got that microphone. A lot of y'all need to be speaking up during this time. If you see something, say something type of energy. And I feel the need to tell some of y'all, remind you, a lot of stuff is illusionary. You stripping people of their pride, their ego, the respect that they was getting from people, but you're removing the illusions. You're way more powerful than you think. Okay, let's see what's going on. I've been talking about what's going on in the background, so let's talk about the background. Let's talk about something. Let's get a collective something they don't know. We're going to put them on right now. Ooh, Queen of Cups. Okay, so this is empath, nurturer, seer. Remember, I was just saying some of y'all are born with a specific gift where you don't have to necessarily be subjected to the stuff. Like, for example, if they got the frequency wars, or they turning those, they look like trees, but really they're towers, right? And those frequencies are emitting out into the neighborhoods, and people are sad or oppressed, or they stay right below the radar of, abundance or whatever. They stay right under the radar to keep the people in power comfortable, right? But then there's you. God puts you in a specific place as an empath, as a nurturer, and as a seer. And that device on her eye, that's the gift that you have that the people around you don't. Okay. Remember I said we're operating in pure consciousness now. So that gift, that little device on her, it helps her to see. It helps her to know. So for some of you guys, you have to trust yourself more. You have to trust your intuition more, because you're right. You ain't crazy. You be thinking somebody following me, somebody playing with me, somebody's in my energy. I hear people say that a lot. They was trying to play in my energy, or people trying to get in my energy. That's real. Okay, but it's not just as simple as that getting my energy. It's frequency wars. It's vibrations. It's, they're emitting these things out into the neighborhood, and the people are just, they're suffering and they don't know why. People feel under pressure and they don't know why. They just think it's life. It's my circumstances. No, it's your community. It's your elite. It's your leaders. It's the people in power. They're playing with you. Okay. And for a lot of you all, you're going to have to start speaking up. But anyway, this Queen of Cups is letting you know you got that gift. You can see. A lot of y'all need to, it's as simple as alignment. I can see. I know. How? And that immediately starts shifting the universe around so that you do see more, you know more, it becomes more clear. Don't be afraid of it. Don't run from it. And please don't gaslight yourself into believing, oh, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe no, you know what you know. Okay. Let's see what we got. High vibration. What's good? Oh, I'm also getting you're the one they didn't expect. That's what I get with this queen again. Again, somebody, God drops you in, this is the background space. Nobody knew you were coming. Then pow, there you are. Not only are you there, by the time God reveals you, see, he had you in the background. He had you in the shadows. He had you quiet. There was a time to be quiet, but then there's a time to speak up. There's a time to grab a microphone. God was hiding you in the background for a time such as this, right? So this is why I keep feeling that need to say, you got the gift. Now you got to use it, right? And for most of you guys, the first part of your gift or initiating your gift will be to speak it. I see. I know. I am. You see what I mean? So let's go ahead and talk about high vibration. What's good? What's positive about all of this? What's upbeat? The temperance. Okay, y'all see that angel? So you got to understand, in order to do what God called you to do, God got to give you that protection. He gonna send them angels behind you. He's going to give you an army, right? Even if it's one angel, that one angel is the strength of what, 30,000, 50,000 men, right? So you got an army, right? Harmony, calmness, serenity. So when it comes to your energy, when it comes to your demeanor, this is also how you're seen. Like when you walk in the room, all of a sudden it gets calm. People start feeling better. The energy and vibration, when you walk in the room, you shift the vibration. This is why sometimes when people say, I just get around them and I just feel better. I don't know what it is. Well, what it is the frequencies that was hurting them frequencies are obsolete around you. So when they get around you, even if it's just for 30 minutes, they don't have to deal with the migraine of those frequencies and vibrations messing up their mind or hurting them, keeping their energy down. You know what I mean? So some of you guys, since you know you got the heavens on your side, and since you know you have that ability to deflect frequencies and vibrations that would oppress the average person, you're being told now you're going to be showing up in more areas. Your light is going to be pushed out even further, because God needs for your light to shine on the darkness. Okay. And this angel here is just letting you know you got that backing. And also somebody didn't know who they was coming up against. And even if nobody came up against you, because I'm getting, for some of y'all, you're just going to be put where you need to be put. And you may not understand why God got you somewhere, but this is why. Okay. Let's see what's on the low vibrational end. What's something you got to watch out for? Or something they should have watched out for. This 6 of coins. The very first thing I'm getting with this is they won't. Come on, give me that. Somebody got their hands out. Now, any other position, oh, it's great to give. It's wonderful. They got their hands out. But I'm getting like whoever this person was that was, or whoever these people are, whoever is in charge of these systems, your ex, your whoever, ain't gonna be no handouts. They might be on that street corner sitting there with their handout, but you extending something. I'm getting something like even your energy, your light, your money, your vibration, your high vibration. Not everybody is allowed to touch that. Not everybody's going to get that from you. So I'm getting this 2 different ways. The first way, let's say that this person here that's always giving, that's so generous, that's so kind, that's always giving out your light, maybe everybody don't deserve it. And I'm also saying this in another way. These people are about to be dry. You were the plug, you were the source, you were the light. Okay, in the community, in a relationship, in the family, in the ether, wherever it was that God had you, you were the light. And you were freely giving. But they're not getting no more. No, hold on. Wait a minute. Some of them you weren't freely giving. Some of them were taking. So now we're dealing with somebody who was sucking your energy dry. And now that you're being removed, some of y'all are going to be removed from that area, or God is disconnecting you from certain vibrations that were attached to you. Now they're going to be dry. You're going to see some of the richest people be poor. You're going to see some of the people in the most elite positions go down to entry level. They're going to be getting paid worse than the people who clean the toilets. No disrespect, nobody clean no toilets, but they're going to be getting paid less than that. Okay. People in high places are going to be with their butts on the ground. Just as sure as the words are coming out of my mouth, the respect and the honor to the ground. See this right here? This was somebody who used to be in an office, in a big top executive office. Now they at the bottom with their butt on the ground begging. This is how hard things are going to turn around. You had all this time to do all this corruption, to manipulate all these people, to hurt these people, to oppress these people. And you think you're going to leave this earth? It was funny. The other day, they talking about we were going to get raptured. You ain't getting up out of here before you answer to this. No, you're going to have, you was rich. You're not getting up out of here before you experience bottom of the bottom of the bottom. Because it's too much corruption for you to just leave and go to heaven. Absolutely not. Okay, so let's see what we got. Next 7 to 14 days as it pertains to this vibe, you strip somebody of their power. Ooh. Oh, I like this girl. I like her. Now you're curious, right? So this says curious, alert, vigilant. It's like some of y'all, you sneaky like a child. You like a little rug rat, or that's how they see you. Like you watch out for the rug rat, because you know that when they're beginning into devices, beginning into systems, you are about to change the game. You're about to rewrite the codes to the matrix. Look how she looks. She's like, oh, I got the control now. Oh, okay. Imagine you walk into the room, you open up the door, and it's the whole matrix right there. You got the right, or you got the ability to reprogram it. What would you do? So some of you guys are about to rewrite the program. You're about to rewrite things that were written wrong in the first place. You're about to catch a glimpse of your own script and rewrite your own story. And then you're going to help other people rewrite their story too. Because as it stands right now, a lot of people are supposed to be so oppressed and so sad. And you know how people be saying, oh, life don't feel real no more. And da 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 da. That's the frequency, the vibration. That's them people messing with y'all. People, and it's the chain is crazy because it can be this local politician link up with this person, and that person own a store, and that person own a bakery, and that person know that police, that know that judge, that know that lawyer, and they all get together and they make side quests. Well, we gonna make up some fake laws and let's make up some fake illusions. And people are corrupt like this. I don't care if he a judge. I don't care if he got a badge. Corrupt. And they be doing these little things to make money on the side. Why? Because as a popo, you will never be rich. Because as a judge, there's a cap to your salary. So if we create these little fake laws and we create these little fake illusions and we create all this little stuff and we make the people suffer and we make the people pay, then we can get more money. It's all about money. It's all about living a different life, especially for people who think, oh, well, we put our lives on the line and they only pay us such and such amount of dollars. So you oppress the people and make us pay for it? Bottom of the deck. Ooh. I just said all that and I didn't even know who was sitting at the bottom. Is this who we're bringing down? Or is this who we're building up? It could be two different sides. But the whole way you strip somebody of their dignity, respect, their power, look at that person. Now, in this deck, he's the mayor of the city. It's a righteous power connection. So either this is what you're about to be. You are the emperor now. If there's a new sheriff in town, you stepping up and making the changes. Or this is who you're bringing down. This person. Some of y'all, God called little old you to take down some of the biggest and the baddest wolves. But you see the zipper. So once the zipper come off, bah, you about to strip the costume of somebody who been cosplaying as powerful. And you're about to show everybody how much of a little lamb. And we ain't talking about the Lamb of God either. Okay, so take your position seriously. Take the information that God is taking you seriously. Take yourself seriously. You know what you know. You saw what you saw. And God is giving you specific instructions on how to maneuver during these situations. Okay, but not only is awaiting results for you to see what God gonna do in your life, you got people nervous. People in high places real nervous, shaking, sweating in their real nice, wonderful, comfortable chairs. Because they know you could pull the rug and they'd be right there on their butt on the ground. Little old you, little old curious, oh, I just want to see what that button do. The whole lights got turned on the corruption. Oh, I was just trying to push the button because I thought it was my cell phone. Da, da, da. Some of y'all are accidentally bringing down empires. But God knew what he was doing with you. Okay, so you right in line, you right on time. That's what I give for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, get in the comment section. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Run on over to waterstarvibes.com and grab one of my 3 decks, or you can grab all 3 of them. Okay, the Urban Suburban Tarot, which is what we use today. The Alternate Reality Tarot. This one comes with a guidebook, as well as the Pink Carnival Tarot. These are all available on my website. Once again, waterstarvibes.com. Okay, so that's what I give for you guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see y'all in the next video.